Coach, it's dreary and miserable throughout much of the Midwest, but we've got football to perk up our spirits. That's the good news. We're at here in Cincinnati. The enthusiasm of this Cincinnati crowd in full effect a moment ago as their Bengals took the field to the delight of this sold-out crowd. And they're all set as they'll match up with the Arizona Cardinals. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. Fielded about a yard deep.
Got my way, fool.
And they'll have excellent field position to begin this drive as he's all the way up to midfield at the 50.
Well, that return gives him a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. Carlos Dunlap, the defensive end, the one to bring him down. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Fake handoff to Johnson. Now here's Murray. Completing it to the right side, Johnson. And he'll get it down here to the 43. Before this season started, Johnson said this new offensive system would allow him to really be effective in the passing game. He actually likened it to 2016 when he had almost 900 receiving yards. He said one of his goals is to become the 3rd player in league history to hit 1,000 yards rushing and receiving. Touchdown, Cardinals! Bucky Hodges, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. So on 3rd and medium, they dial up the pass, and it works to hit the end zone.
And it's really not a surprise to me. That's a throwing down in the NFL because of how tough it is to run the football. But what offenses like to do is still show run formations to make them respect it and throw out of those. In this case, they took a nice shot at the end zone and made it pay off.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
There you go, can. 25, check 25. Hey, Haywood. 43,
out of the gun, it's Dalton. And his throw's going to be incomplete. John Ross, the one he was looking for. And it's 2nd down. Charles, already trailing by a touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Oh, okay.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Terrell Suggs. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. And it's fielded at the 34. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Cardinals, great field position to start this drive as they take over 1st and 10. First down, Murray.
Throw it, bud. He's going to make it in the middle of the field.
They sack him back right around the 44. Geno Atkins got home that time.
Yeah, so
they were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that.
And he goes down once more. Geno Atkins able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them, that's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Here's Murray. Finding some room at midfield. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And finally taken down at the 44-yard line. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves them well short for fourth down. And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. So it's not an NFL record, but it's not far off. That'll go in the books as a 61-yard field goal.
And wasn't it weird to see a guy line up for a field goal on the other side of midfield? The ball got halfway there, and you thought, no way is that going to make it, but it just kept carrying and carrying, and he winds up sneaking it right over the bar.
Now a man who really came on late last year, it's Damian Williams. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
43's the mic. 43's the mic. Regular. You mine. Hey, orbit.
Passing, it's Dalton. Brought in here by Tyler Eifert. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Move. 43's the mic. 43's the mic. He don't know no better. 43.
Dalton here from the gun. This one complete to Giovanni Bernard. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Williams. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Dalton, 1st and 10. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Green. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 as they're down to the 29-yard line. From the gun, Dalton looks to throw.
What the fuck, man?
And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown.
How did he let me get past you like that? I wasn't even touching.
His 5th touchdown now on the year.
They were lined up
as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. The linebacker, Preston Brown, brings him down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. Going to get this to his rookie. That's Andy Isabella. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 36.
First down, Arizona.
So from the 36 now. 7 Our score after one right here on EA Sports. Cardinal football here to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Murray.
Oh, no.
He'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Geno Atkins in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Murray now to throw. Over the middle, that's hauled in by Isabella. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Got to get to the 26 for a first. This is 3rd down. Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
And he nearly had that, too. But it was a crossbar that said otherwise. And that'll deny him a shot at 3.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. Chandler Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
93, 52, 93, 44, 44. There you go. 43 is the mic.
To try again after the sack. Dalton. Throw left side, complete to Ross.
Cool.
1st down there on a pickup of 25.
Yes, it is.
Nice completion there for Andy Dalton. Charles, you worked some of his games when he was at TCU. Now you've worked his games in the NFL. What progression have you seen?
I've seen a guy who took over as a freshman in college and got better and better each year.
What's the call,
He's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Damian Williams, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals have taken the lead. The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the lead is now 14-10. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
At the 31-yard line.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Watch the run, watch the run.
On 2nd down, here's Murray. And that is incomplete. Christian Kirk, the man he was looking for. And it's 3rd and 4.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, Big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. To throw, it's Murray. And able to find Kirk complete. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. As a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on third. Play fake. Murray. And he can't quite intercept it.
So on time, it'd be right.
Safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's fourth down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him, because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow well, and he's been right.
Topper! 368.
On 2nd and 9, Dalton. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Chandler Jones in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals. From the gun, Dalton.
What the fuck, gentlemen?
20, 10, and all the way in for a 6.
2 players out there. Y'all can't step in front of it.
A.J. Green, his first touchdown on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
Mad fucking you over.
We've seen that a time or two over the years from A.J. Green. Long, explosive touchdown catches.
And he is so good at playing the ball in the air and going over the top of people to make catches. I think his teammates call it playing a little bit of hoops or playing above the rim. He is fantastic at it and continues to get better as his career progresses.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. 2nd down, Murray sets to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Now Hundley. This will be his first throw off the bench. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Geno Atkins. He's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's the veteran punter Lee as he sends this one away.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Second quarter action, 1:56 remaining. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Dalton. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead. Not so fast. That pick 6 really changes the complexion. Probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now. Probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going.
Let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. 3-6-8.
Dalton right back on the horse after the pick 6. Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. Chandler Jones, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
Hey, 58 is the mic. Go, 58 is the mic. Come on, baby. Come on, let's go. 58 is the mic. 58. 58. Better bring it.
And Dalton to throw. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Andy Dalton now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10. They'll run it here with Bernard. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking him for that much space to rumble.
Oh, did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Move. Hey, Alpha. Hey, 58 is the mic. Go, 58 is the mic. Come on, boy.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Green with a catch left side. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Andy Dalton now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10.
Yeah, 5-6. Hey, keep it up. Keep it up. 43 is the mic.
Dalton operating in the red zone now. And Green with a catch left side. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Two.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Mike, 58, right there. Tackles. 58, boys, 58.
Another chance for Dalton.
Come
It's
on.
going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown.
Y'all can't keep up with that shit, dude. That's it.
Touchdown pass of the game. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
It's the
That's
worst
one of the better
defense.
examples of clock management I've seen. Whittled it all the way down just about and still put the ball in the end zone.
Yeah, just a methodical drive and something really to take into the lockers here. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll keep it on the ground again here. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. He's picked off at his own 46. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. From the gun, Murray. This one caught by Isabella. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completions.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
Now Johnson. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. A lot of people felt Johnson was a little misused during what was a disappointing 2018. 940 yards on the ground, 7 touchdowns. Great for most, but not the season Johnson was hoping for. And he said this offseason, there are a lot of good running backs in the NFL, but I'm the best. And now he's trying to prove it, hoping to get back to the production that sent him to the Pro Bowl in 2016. That would certainly help his rookie quarterback. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack is a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
That's caught on the left side by Kirk. 16 yards, a first down.
As the field starts to get condensed, the defense likes that a lot because now you don't have as much space to cover, but a well-run corner route there.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. To throw is Murray. He's got his man. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. Bucky Hodges, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. They'll try and run for it with Johnson. And he'll get into the end zone as the two-point conversion is successful. So just a three-point game now as they send this one away. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Dalton sets up play action. Wide open receiver complete. And they'll get this well past midfield. Just before the 35. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. So they move from 136 over to the other as they come up on first down. Dalton here from the gun. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
But you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
The second down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. This will be Dalton again. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3.
They're on the same distance.
So good kick there. They put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the 3.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start...
Are you kidding me, man?
It's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse
Why would you
Bates.
study doing safeties up, dude? I leave the top open, and I couldn't notice that shit because the top was open.
Making back-to-back weeks now with a pick six for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick six in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
Zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Fielded about a yard deep. Through an opening, and there he goes. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown Cardinals. From one end zone to the other, 101 yards. As his guys are back within a single score. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and that will get him one closer. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bengals drive about to get going. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
From the 27, Dalton. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Now Dalton. He's got his man here. It's Green. 23 yards, the final tally.
And the key number on that play, 3. 3rd play of the drive, 3rd down. Spectacular catch turns into a first down.
First down saves him from a 3 and out.
43's the mic. 43's the mic. Push him back. Hey, wahoo! 43's the mic.
From midfield here, Dalton. To the left side here for Eifert. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Looking to throw again on second down. Dalton going deep downfield for Ross. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Buda Baker with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
They begin the drive with Johnson, running right through him. And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field.
Again, it's Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Back now in Cincinnati. It's Cardinal football, but they trail here as we get set to bring you the 4th and final quarter. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on third down. A big spot now for the rookie Murray. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Drake Kirkpatrick. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. And that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep two hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish.
Hey, Charlie. Hands up. 43 is the mic. Hands up.
Passing again. Dalton on 2nd and 10. Going deep. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up third down.
Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
Let's go, D.
3rd and 2, and here's Murray. And he fires one, but incomplete.
Perhaps they overthought this one a little bit. They've been running it real well on this drive, and it was 3rd and short, okay? They decided to throw the football incomplete. Yeah, they might have thought just a little bit too hard about that play selection.
A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
58 to Mike. Bravo. Get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
Throwing on 2nd down. Dalton. Incomplete.
Thrown away and incomplete. Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Just like that. Watch twist. Watch. Here you go, Cam. 58's the mic. 58's the mic. Man, I got you. 368. Go 58's the mic. Watch the screen. Here you go, 368. Hey, Echo. He's checking cracks.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field.
Let's go, boys.
A big play. Dalton to his favorite receiver, Green, and even 40 yards. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Out of the pistol, here's Williams. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They've moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up.
General West.
They'll run it with Williams. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Second and goal from the 6 this time.
Hey, pick your game up. Slam, slam, slam.
Dalton gives to Bernard. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to set up a 3rd and goal. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Mecole Hardman, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting runs, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, back and try it on 4th down.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Oh, now Murray has it stripped, and the Bengals grab it. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And this is taken into the end zone. A fumble recovery and a Cincinnati touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that, and that's what they've done all game long.
Bullock good on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns in 21. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Murray. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Carlos Dunlap able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing now is Murray. He's got a man. Complete. 30. 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A big play there. 97 yards. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And that will shave one more off this lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They'll have a first down past the 40. A big seam, and he might go all the way. A big play there for Cincinnati. 68 yards on the ground.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
Oh, passing it. Dalton. He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Mecole Hardman with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left him reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know, they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. The sack by Jordan Willis. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. A nice pickup there, 19 yards. And they're set up better for 3rd. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've converted a 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And able to find Kirk complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. First down, Murray. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Jordan Willis. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. Murray with a 3rd and long. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson with a little how do you do as he gets in there for the sack. So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Not running. Dalton wants to throw. Caught left side, Williams. Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll bring up second down. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. Second and 3.
44. 44. Here we go. Regular. 368.
Andy Dalton. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford.
His guys take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively? Under pressure, and they got to him again. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's second and 20. Now Murray. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Bengals, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Baltimore Ravens. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.
S-T-R-O. Oh, they asking my name, huh? You ready? S-T-R-O. I ain't come to play with you. Life challenging, but I wouldn't trade with you. It's early, I'm up. I can't spend the day with you. I'm minding my business. I ain't getting paid with you. My color bright. I ain't finna fade with you. Man, I gotta come clean like I'm made with you. I've been on my everybody drop when I drop. Look at shorty, she support, bruh. Lifting up. Never not on my grind. New York City time. Another brother better, you will never find. I've been in my bag like groceries. Competition shouldn't take shots, take notes, please. Reporting live from the winning side. Ready to try, keep a different vibe. Is you down the ride, never try. You will never know, you ain't never tried. Work it out, hit the gym, hit the field, hit the win. Hey yo, I need that. Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard, on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Good beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
What I do? Lace up my shoes, chase W's. Great colored coops. Oh no, I can't be number 2. MVP the league most valuable. They sweet as apple juice. Talking trophies, I done grabbed a few. Can't match this attitude. I wear my heart on my sleeve, please. I move like the wind, can't catch this breeze, freeze. Stop you in your tracks, there's not no preseason. We see W's like Tupac used to throw up. Forget it, might as well forfeit. Your team shouldn't even show up. What you wanna be when you grow up? They used to ask me. Naturally, I chose to athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spots.